to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Boise State Broncos offense will get the first possession of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hands it off. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Now adjusting. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Broncos have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Murphy. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Georgia Southern's offense will go to work for the first time. The offense set for a first down play. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Discards a man. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for room. It's Arnold. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Zings it complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, it's French. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better?
And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the tackler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Got it behind the line. It's Burgess. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's French. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Looking for space, it's Genty. Plows through the defense. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Genty.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Up to 45 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. nifty little dance step. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. It's good.
That makes the score. Georgia Southern 7, Boise State 6.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Murphy. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's complete. A huge pickup. Got a lot of running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Tennessee is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. It feels like they've been singing Rocky Top all day. They're up 14 over the Pandas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Takes the handoff. It's Genty. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Keeps the legs moving. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. The Broncos are flying down the field. They'll go to the ground. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. They've been running it, but now the pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Genty. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. First down here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Eagles in the hurry up. Scanning the field, it's French. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. He wants to throw here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Burgess. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They've been really good moving the chains on third down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Off the play fake on first down. He's going up top. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the run, it's Genty. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Broncos are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the Broncos get it past the sticks. It's first down from the 11. To the ground. He's got it again. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He got it.
That makes the score. Georgia Southern 14, Boise State 9.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. Second down coming up. Looking for a man. It's French. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. He's looking to throw it.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Broncos! What a grab and go for the score.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed big house, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away.
To the air on first down.
They're up by 11 over Fresno State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Timeout, Georgia Southern.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Finds his man in the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Arnold. At the 45 on its way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Back to throw. It's French. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. And with that miss, still down by a deuce and missing an opportunity to take the lead.
Georgia Southern, 14.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, we've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
The Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Nice move there. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. To the air, it's French. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll run it. It's Arnold. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. On the move. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Quick strike complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Burgess. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Looking downfield, it's French. Fires to the wideout. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Grab near the marker. It's White. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. On the move, he fires. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Offense getting set for 1st down. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. The give to the back. Jukes his way for more. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. Movement here from the tight end. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll bring it back. It's Burgess. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Using his legs, it's White. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Eagles moving quickly to the line.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Offense gets set for second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got him this time. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Eagles are rolling down the field. They'll go to the counter play. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's French. The throw to the outside is complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Arnold.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love running backs that have a nose for the ball, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with you guys.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 21 over Clemson.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the move, it's Genty. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Nice move there. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Keeps looking downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Georgia Southern, 28, Boise State, 16.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Looking to throw on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. 5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
What a weapon this kicker is. When you've got leg talent like that, you're liable to score from anywhere on the field. Just get the ball close to midfield, and you can put 3 on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Set to kick it off.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Trying to get to him. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Back to throw, it's French. Using his legs to buy some time. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. No huddle offense to the line.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps that clock up there? It continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5. Georgia Southern will snap it in the red zone. Looking to throw on 3rd. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cobb. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's looking to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown Broncos! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Hold it, finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. To the air, it's French. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Holds and fires complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Ran through the contact. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job holding on to that football really tight at the end of the run. You got to understand the situation. You're up. It's the fourth quarter. I want to keep that clock moving, but more importantly, I can't turn it over. I got to make sure I wrap it up. Really good job by the QB there.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Wants to throw. It's French. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's White. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly. And they will score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They are up by just 1 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Looking for space. It's Genty. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Here on 3rd down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The hand to the running back. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
That makes the score. Georgia Southern 35, Boise State 29.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Looking to throw, it's French. They're bringing heat. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try.
That keeps the score. Georgia Southern 41, Boise State 29.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Boise State ready to send out that offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Slings it downfield, and his throw is incomplete. This offense has a second down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the Broncos want to move quickly. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And now on second down for this offense.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Genty. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Got it past the marker. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Broncos with the 1st and 10. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They keep attacking through the air. He's got the tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Second down.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Boise State.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Boise State, 36.
Coming out with it, it's Murphy. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. The give as they work on that clock. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. And a sensational return. They finally stop him inside the 15.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. First down here for the offense. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.